I call Halayim Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakal, Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, which are a great millstone. Peace and blessing to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity. And those who put in the videos throughout the week, feeding the sheep. This is McQuah from the Trump and VA camp. And I'm going to get right into it. It's Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for prey, and none delivereth. So, and this is talking about the nation of Israel, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, we're God's chosen people. We're the people that's robbed and spoiled. Okay, everybody is getting ahead off of our labor. Okay, matter of fact. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the faces such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. So it's all over the scripts of our people being basically taken advantage of. That pretty much that black sheep, so to speak, being treated worse than everybody else, and that's our people. Okay? And ultimately, we know Yahweh Bashim Yahshai has brought this upon us. But at the same time, these heathen, these other nations, are not going to get a free pass. Okay? They're going to have to pay for what they've done unto our people. I'm going to read again, Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snare in holes. That's why you got child support. That's why you got drugs and guns in our neighborhoods. That's why you got our people can steal a candy bar, get killed on the street, but then the so-called white man, he'll shoot up a whole school, right? He'll blow up a building. Even these other nations, they'll do the same exact things, and matter of fact, worse than what we doing, right? And then they'll get apprehended and taken to jail. Okay, you had this morning, I was watching a video, and on basically the I believe it was the Army issued a warning to basically people to be cautious for this new Joker movie, because the last year it was they had a movie, I believe, not last year, but the last Batman movie that came out was Dark Knight. Batman, I believe it's the one with Bane in the Dark Knight Rises, I believe it's called. And then you had a guy, he went to a movie theater saying he was the Joker and started shooting up the theater. So they issued a warning so people will be cautious when they go to the movie, so that won't happen to them, or they can avoid it. But the whole point is, the Edomite did this, and guess what happened to him? He was taken alive. He was so-called sick, right? Because that's what happens. When our people do something, we're crooks, criminals, thugs, gangbangers, you name it. But when the Edomites do it, they're sick. They're mentally unstable, right? First off, who's more mentally unstable? There's not a people on our planet more mentally unstable than our people. We see killing at a high rate in our neighborhoods from birth. We gotta see drug dealers. Our parents get put in jail. We get followed around stores. Our people should be the people that's called mentally unstable, because we got the worst conditions. We gotta see our people strung out on drugs. We're in the worst neighborhoods. If anybody is mentally unstable, it's our people. It says, and they are hid in prison houses. And who's hid in prison houses? Our people. Okay, we're incarcerated more than anybody on the face of the earth. America has the biggest population, have the most populated jails on the face of the earth. That's a fact. Okay, all the jails on the planet, America has the biggest jails. Okay, and who you think is in there? Jakes, our people. It says, they are for a prey and none delivereth, for a spoil and none saith restore. Because nobody's trying to restore our people. Okay, everybody knows the condition of our people, Everybody knows that the cops are killing our people. And then you got niggas do a protest, Black Lives Matter. And then what do the Edomites do? They talking about all lives matter. So they made a protest to our protest. We say Black Lives Matter. Well, they say Black Lives Matter. And then you got the heathen talking about all lives matter. Okay? Because it says no one says restore. Because everybody knows, like I said, everybody knows the condition of our people, but nobody is trying to do something about it. Because nobody cares about our people. Let me see. Isaiah 59:4. It says, none calleth for justice, nor any pleadeth for truth. They trust in vanity and speak lies. They conceive mischief and bring forth iniquity. And that's what's happening. Okay? None calleth for justice in this place. Okay? There's no justice. It says they call out, but none is heard. Okay? And that ties into that Lamentations 4:17, where it says they seek vain help for a nation that can't save them. And you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans are the true Israelites according to the Bible, and y'all are trying to get help from the same people who's oppressing y'all. That don't make sense. Satan isn't going to rise up against Satan. Okay? Why is he going to punish himself for a predicament that he put you in on purpose? That don't make sense. He did this on purpose. This was all strategical. Okay? Back over here. Matter of fact, let me get one more before I go back there. Job 19:7. Behold, I cry out of wrong, but I am not heard. I cry aloud, but there is no judgment. Right, there's no judgment. Okay? I don't care how much you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans cry out. There's never going to be judgment from this place. Okay? The only salvation that we're going to receive and justice who we're going to receive it from is Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. These nations don't care about us. They never did and they never will. Okay? Especially with Esau running the show. It says verse 8, he hath fenced up my way that I cannot pass, and he has set darkness in my paths. These are stumbling blocks. Okay? Like I said, child support, the guns in the neighborhood, the drugs in the neighborhood, the gangs in our neighborhoods, the police in our neighborhoods, the liquor stores, the poverty, right? Esau literally, what else? What is it? Planned Parenthood. Esau literally put up every obstacle in front of our people that he could think of. He could think of every single obstacle that you could think of. He put in our past. Okay, he even got our people to turn against our people. Okay, that's why you got so-called black on black crime. Okay, he even turned our people against each other. It says, he has stripped me of my glory and taken a crown from my head. Right, because we used to be those top people. Okay, we used to have our law, statutes, and commandments. We used to know who we were. But he stripped that away. And that's a prophecy from Jeremiah 17, I believe 17:9. Okay? Where, or maybe no, Jeremiah, it might be 17:4. When it goes into we're going to be our heritage is going to be taken away. Okay? And that was that was really like the beginning of our crown falling. Okay, because we couldn't call on our power. We didn't know who we were as the people. So we had nothing. It was like basically when Simba went off into the and left the Pride Lands. Okay, he lost his crown. Okay, it says, he hath destroyed me on every side, and I am gone, and my hope hath he removed like a tree. And our hope was Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, and he removed that. Okay, he took away our nationality, he took away our heritage, he took away everything. It says, he hath also kindled his wrath against me. He hath also kindled his wrath against me, and he counted counted me unto one of his enemies. His troops come together and raise up their way against me, and encamp round about my tabernacle. He had put my brethren far from me, and my acquaintance are verily estranged from me. My kinsfolk have failed, and my familiar friends have forgotten me. Right, because he's putting our people. It says, well, the first part was his troops encamp around us. Okay, and that's why you got the cops in our neighborhoods patrolling. Okay, killing. Okay, oppressing. And then the second half was talking about how basically he turned our people against each other. Okay, he made us strangers one to another. Now he got this doctrine where if you're not from the same mom or the same dad, y'all are not related anymore. Okay, nowhere else in the world is that doctrine pushed. Okay, only here in America is that doctrine really pushed. And the Edomite, the Edomite territories in Africa is not like that. And the so-called Middle East is not like that. Okay, and other places where his nations is not of Edom, they don't have this mentality. Okay, let me go back over here. Isaiah 42:23. Who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? So who's going to hearken unto these words? Our people is being oppressed and destroyed. Okay, who's going to get prepared for the time to come? Because the time is coming, it's going to be Jacob's trouble. Okay, and it's going to be the worst time ever. It says, who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Did not Yahweh? He against whom we have sinned. For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law. So Yahweh said he did it. Okay, he brought these things upon us. He's done this to us. Okay, he's done it to us. And he said, he's talking about the second destruction is going to come. Okay, so you got to take heed, because there's a second destruction. Y'all thought you had it bad the first time, right? When y'all lost your heritage. He said the time is coming. It's going to be the worst time there ever was. Okay, it says, therefore, he had poured upon him the fury of his anger and strength of battle, and it has set him on fire round about, yet he knew not, and it burned him, yet he laid it not to hear. So our people are being destroyed, and y'all can't understand that Yahweh Bashim Yahshua has done this. Okay, y'all can't even see what's going on here. Chapter 43, verse 1. But now, thus saith Yahweh, Lord, the Lord that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine. So Yahweh Bashim Yahshua said he redeemed us. Okay, and it's going to be a remnant of the elect is going to receive salvation during the time of Jacob's trouble, because all Israel ain't going to make it. The only people who are going to make it are the 144 and the 1/3. Everybody else is going to be devoured and destroyed. Okay, and it's going to be another remnant that's not of the 1/3 and is not of the 144, but that only the elect are going to receive salvation. That's it. Okay, only the elect are going to receive salvation, and these are going to be the same people who give ear to this. Okay, but with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakal, Kadash, and double honor to the apostles and elders, which are a great millstone. Peace and blessing to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity, and those who pin their videos throughout the week, feeding the sheep. Adawan, Ratazah, Atham, Yakal. Shalom.